Welcome to Brainstorm MTG. I'm ELD, and this is Fast Effect, Double Speed Magic the Gathering from ELD's Time Vault Games in Bellingham, Mass. Here we have Matt on a Ren 6 Delver list versus Nick on lands. So, what is that? Something Vortex there, Mana Vortex maybe. That's going to potentially allow him to get some board control. It's a Origins card, similar to Seismic Assault, but only costing 1 mana to get down. And he can discard a land to do 2 damage to something. Matt fearlessly throwing a Delver onto the board despite the Mana Vortex. Is that the name of that card? I actually don't remember. It'll probably come to me. It's from Magic Origins, and it's an excellent board control card. Here, Life from the Loam being fired off, trying to return some lands. And Daze is going to delay what may end up being inevitable. Yeah, with no follow-up Wasteland, Nick is just going to be able to dredge back this Life from the Loam and continue to try and recoup this lost card advantage. He plays a Thespian Stage and plays Life from the Loam, getting back Taiga, Grove, and a fetch land. So Thespian Stage preventing another potential setback from a Daze. Spell Pierce, would have still slowed it down, but it's going to be very difficult for Matt to mount an offense with this critical card landing so early. Ren 6 now comes down, returns a land, and Ren 6 may go away right now. We may actually see a red land enter the battlefield. Burgeoning being read by Matt. Dark Depths, and just going for it right now, making a 20/20. So for those unfamiliar, Thespian Stage copying Dark Depths, then it has no counters on it and is a Dark Depths, which creates a state trigger. It is sacrificed, and you end up with your 20/20. Before that, you've got the Legend Rule to resolve. So you want to make sure that your opponent puts that Dark Depths into the graveyard before their Thespian Stage. If they do it the other way, they'll simply end up with a Dark Depths still in play. Going to his sideboard. This match is from a little while ago. Looks like the date on this is, let's see. Yeah, August. So starting into our backlog a little bit here. Usually I work from the most recent footage forward, but our most recent thing here was actually a modern open. Wasn't quite ready to jump in on that one yet. I think I'm actually going to review those deck lists, make sure that I have some idea what the cards are. I'm occasionally caught off guard by a card in Legacy, and that is difficult enough without seeing perhaps entire deck lists that I am not hugely familiar with. You can let me know what that Seismic Assault Light card is. I think it's something like Mana Vortex. Yeah, the card does a lot of work. Coming down at 1 mana, very, very relevant versus blue decks. I've actually liked Seismic Assault a lot when I played lands previously. Largely because it gave me a legitimate win condition versus the Chalice Blood Moon decks. The Dragon Stompy builds would often give you your triple red needed for Seismic Assault, and as long as you have a Mox Diamond or a basic forest, Life from the Loam turns it into a very legitimate clock versus the builds that were in the meta at that time. Being able to discard a land to shock something was actually good enough to mop up almost all of their threats at that point in time. Cards like Goblin Rabblemaster and Magus of the Moon, Hardcast Simian, Spirit Guide, none of those were going to get there versus recurring shocks. Matt now with a Fiery Islet into a Delver of Secrets, Grove of the Burn Willows, along with a Mox Diamond, discarding the, I believe that's a Tranquil Thicket, and a Miri's Guile, card not often played in lands. Sylvan Library, typically more popular as it gives you more of a chance for card advantage. And we've got a crop rotation in response to this Wasteland. If this resolves, that's going to be a significant tempo problem for Matt. getting his own wasteland. Oh no. If Nick has an answer to this Delver, this is going to be ugly real fast. Oh, and he has it. Punishing Fire in hand. Matt left with 0 permanents at that juncture. And for a moment, his chances of winning looked unbelievably bleak. He's starting to build a mana base back, but with this greedy Ren and 6 mana base. Oh, there we go. Ren comes down. So he had the lands or drew into them and was able to rebuild his mana base a little bit here. Punishing Fire hits Ren once. Miri's Guile allowing for some card selection and making a 20/20 again. Incredible that this was just a couple of months ago here in the middle of August, and lands just tearing it up here. It's practically out of the meta at this point. It went from Dark Depths everywhere to Dark Depths really not being represented nearly as much. And lands in particular really not being seen that much. I gotta wonder how that would look in today's metagame now that Modern Horizons is sunk in a little bit better. Everybody kind of fell in love with Turbo Depths and the various builds. Elvish Reclaimer with the Core Set 2020 printing really making a huge difference. And here we see just old-fashioned lands. Couple of interesting choices. Miri's Guile of note. But it looks like it's just going to be making short work of this Ren and 6 build of Delver. Ticking, returning a land. With 1 mana. I think Matt just putting on a brave face, letting us see that Merit Lage get into the combat zone. Surgical. That's going to be grabbing Punishing Fire. And he gets to take a look and see what's going on with Nick's list. Surgical Extraction. Gets rid of the Punishing Fires. There are actually some cards in Magic that could almost get you out of this situation. Oh, that's right. He had gained a point off of the Grove, so that 1 extra turn. Oh, that would be exciting. That glare not letting me see that extra point. So yes, of course, Matt's going to be able to take that extra hit. Now he's digging. Going to need like a Liliana's Triumph or something. And he does not find it. So Merit Lage taking 2 swings thanks to Grove of the Burn Willows. But still proving to be durable enough. We see some answers here coming out. Submerge was the card I was thinking of, and he's actually running it. Nick, however, did not have a forest in play. And man, that would have been a spicy answer to that Merit Lage. I'm glad to see that he was actually running that. Well, I hope you enjoyed this one. And we've got plenty more videos, as I will tell you about in the ad screen here. That is all for this one, but don't worry, there is a lot more. You can check out our older videos, and we're always putting out new videos from ELD's Time Vault Games in Bellingham, Massachusetts. If you want to help the channel, of course, you can like, subscribe, share, tap that notification bell so you can know the next time our new videos come out. Thanks for watching.